Hello, everyone. How you doing? It's I, Marshall Beaumont, and this is Millie.
Real Space Noid Grind Set! You're now listening to Psionic Radio.
I just dropped a colony on Garma's bussy.
That's it. That's the bit. That's what I've been planning all day.
Millie, what the fuck? Millie, what the fuck?
That's literally what I was planning all day.
Okay. Okay, immediately after this, where the hell did you get, I just dropped a colony on Garma's bussy? Where did you find
I made it myself.
You're evil, you know that?
I literally made that myself.
Okay. Right, okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that killed me. That actually killed me.
What's confused?
That caught me off guard as it did you guys. Need to catch my breath. I wheezed a little too hard.
Oh, fuck. That was worth it. That was worth everything. That's worth all the stupid setup I did.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying. After that, yeah, I need to set up voice mod, just for the meme. You know,
I was thinking of putting on reverb when I was gonna say Psionic Radio. I was like, that's too much work.
Do you think? Okay, real talk. Do you think Zeon has a radio station like that?
Yeah, and they end every opening thing with I just dropped the colony on Garma's bussy.
Okay, but do you think, ironically enough, it plays classic Earth music?
They probably would.
Yeah, it plays like Papa Roach or something. I don't know. I just
cut my life into pieces.
Yeah. You got the one I think it was the guy who does like history feels type videos, but it's like what do you call it? You're a GM pilot pushing into the end field at Abawa Q, and it's like realistic lifespan edition, and it's only 60 seconds long.
Just like the radio is going on right now, like Psionic Radio, and then Abawa Q is like happening, and then like you just hear an explosion, the radio signal cuts out. As a gym pilot, would you feel bad?
Yeah, no, that's how it ends. That's how the video ends. It's just an explosion and just cuts to black. Yeah,
and then like that one Federation like gym pilot's like, I actually kind of like that station. I'm not gonna lie.
How come? Yo, Cap, why does Zeon pilots got the good radio station? All we got is fucking. What's some bad music?
Propaganda, probably. Honestly.
Let's be real. They probably listen to mid-90s boy bands in the Federation. Like, let's be real here.
You're probably right.
Yeah, they probably legit. There were probably GM pilots flying into Solomon and Abawa Q with fucking I don't know. I blanked out most of the fucking boy band music that was playing on the radio.
Honestly, I'm still thinking about the Garma's pussy thing I cooked up.
Well, all you gotta know is Full Frontal. Full Frontal existed for 5 minutes, and he found himself a purple-haired twink to hang out with him.
I need to make a Full Frontal of like this, the fucking chard thing I made now. Like that's got to be my follow-up now.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so this will be a lot of rambling. I mean, yeah.
There's no script. There's nothing. Literally, we're just going off of what comes in our brain meat.
Yeah. So the general idea. I was talking with Millie on Discord. She was all, hey, there's really annoying Gundam tourists. I'm like, you know what? You're right. Let's talk about it. It was going to be.
I remember that exact convo. It literally, you were talking about Warhammer like tourists and like just generally speaking, annoying Warhammer people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh yeah, there's a shitload of like Gundam people I don't like. And I mentioned like if I could make a video about it, I would, but I'm too lazy.
Well, this was going to be just a video we would record, that we were going to do this afternoon, and then I stopped, like, you want to make it a stream? And Millie was like, yeah, sure, go for it, and now we're here. Now we're here.
Yeah.
On a
Considering E.O. Fleming recorded his own music and plays at Tato's cockpit, yes. But we also love E.O. Fleming, and I need to read the rest of Thunderbolt because I love Thunderbolt and it's my favorite entry.
Yeah, you are about Thunderbolt the way I am for some reason about F91. Even though I recognize all its flaws, I just fucking love F91, and I don't know why.
God, I fucking love Thunderbolt so much. Please give us more fucking adaptations. I beg of you, Sunrise.
Listen, there's only two things I want out of Sunrise right now. Thunderbolt Part 3 and Crossbone. Like anime.
Crossbone would be pretty sick nasty. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so like, ironically enough, we come up so yeah,
G-Savior 2.
Listen. Sunrise are going to be cowards until they recognize the courage of Mark Curran, okay?
Mark Curran, fucking G-Savior's actually cheesy fun, all right? Don't listen to what other people say. Watch G-Savior, think about, watch it, and get your own opinion on it. I think it's cheesy fun.
Okay. If we're going to start on a topic of, of tourist-ass shit and Gundam,
yes.
Let me start with this one. All the fucking video essays I watched in my time that said G-Savior's the worst thing they ever put out, and then I finally sit my ass down and watch G-Savior, and it's peak.
So literally, I was also I never watched G-Savior because I was too lazy to go look for a copy, right?
Yeah.
By any means necessary, and I just kind of took the fandom's statements like, oh, it's garbage, don't even watch it. Saw like some of the stills, and I was like, this is kind of but it's also like an early 2000s film, so like, at the end of the day, it's a product of its time, really.
Yeah, like late 90s sci-fi. It is literally just Babylon 5, but someone put fucking mobile suits in it, okay? That's basically what it is. And Babylon 5 was great. So like, yeah. I'll gladly take G-Savior over a good chunk of MCU shit any day. Real. Oh, I want to make up, by the way, going into this, before we continue on G-Savior, Sylvia, hold your thoughts on that. I want to make a little statement, and this is something, slight tangent over to the Warhammer front, because a really, really cool YouTuber, The Pontius, put out a video recently, like just yesterday actually, about like calling out all like the tourist YouTubers that infest the 40K YouTube scene. And
actually, Colin Me brought that up just a second ago.
Yeah, and basically what, something he says in the video that he points out, and this is something I want to make clear for anybody who might watch this, is what a tourist is. Now, some people, you'll see people who be like, I can't be a tourist. I've been into insert thing, doesn't matter, whatever, for 20 years. And it's like, tourism is not about it is not about seniority. It is not about experience. Tourism is an attitude. Tourism is entirely a matter of a bad attitude. I'm gonna bring up Baseletta on Twitter, also known as Himmel, who literally started watching Gundam because he watched G-Cucks, saw the mom character from I think it was episode 4, thought she was hot, and decided to watch the entirety of Mobile Suit Gundam. The whole fucking thing.
And he did.
Himmel has not been a fan of Gundam for more than a couple of months, at most, right? Himmel is the furthest thing from a tourist imaginable. Because tell you the truth, I don't even know if they're a guy or what. I'll just say the guy has a legitimate... The fella has a legitimate love and understanding of Gundam that a lot of people who've claimed to have been fans of it their whole life don't have. So being a tourist is not about how long you've been into Gundam. Seniority is irrelevant. It's an attitude. It's the kind of person who gets into Gundam because of, say, IBO or G-Witch, Iron Blood Orphans or Witch from Mercury, and then they're saying shit like, well, Iron Blood Orphans was the first good Gundam because it's the first one actually about war. And it's like,
what you on about? Blood? 0079's right there.
Hey, what drugs are you on, and can you share them? Seriously, it's,
Also, real quick, before we continue, Colin, I'm not, Bielat, that's how I'm going to pronounce it. The owner of G-Savior DVD, you are officially king amongst kings.
Yeah, no, that's base, dude. Owning an actual DVD. Yeah, tourism is a thing where like you're not in it because you love it. You're in it for clout. You're in it for, you know, to make it be how you want it, even though you don't necessarily like it yourself. You know, stuff like that. It's mainly about clout. And somebody like, you know, like watching Himmel watch G Savior and then get it in a way that all those fucking 20 years of video essays didn't was just legitimately heartwarming. Like, just understanding, yeah, it's cheesy, it's goofy, of course
it's goofy as hell. It's like, okay, we're going back to G Savior, and I'm the #1 G Savior defender. I've been scouting out a gunpla kit of the G Savior.
It's a cool suit.
And
it's
a cool suit.
It's like if F91 and Dendrobium Stamen had a baby. It's like, it looks great.
And the video game, mind you, there is a G Savior video game, has a really swag money G3 Savior, which I'm gonna send to Bo so he can put it on screen because I love this thing to death.
Yeah. Hit me. I'll
it's there. I sent it to you. The fucking G3 Savior is the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah. Hold up. Let me just. That is way bigger than it needs to be. Hold on. All right. Let me. Okay. I'll probably just keep the media share up most of the time. Just there it is. Is this it? Nope. That's YouTube. I think this. Oh, that's it. And boom. There it is. That's the drip. Look at that thing. That thing is sexy as hell.
That thing is dripped. It's dripped. It's the G3 Savior, and I do believe it is from the G Savior video game, which I hear is actually pretty okay, and it's a continuation of G Savior. Yeah. Regardless, I like G Savior, and for the longest time, I thought G Savior was stinky doo-doo ass because everyone kept telling me, "Oh, don't watch it. It's literal garbage."
Yeah.
And then I actually sit down and watch it with this fucking psycho, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is actually really fun."
Yeah, no, it's not a terribly complex plot. It's not like the characters aren't terribly, you know, complex or shades of gray or nothing. In fact, I'd say it has the most arbitrarily evil faction in all of UC Gundam, which is, you know, Consent. Great name for a faction, by the way. Consent. It's the which is for the record.
Much as I love IBO, to say that it's the first and only good Gundam anime, because it being about war, is just about as disingenuous as one could get. Like, are we even talking the same franchise or something? What paste-swilling jagoff thinks like?
Yeah, okay, it cut it off, but thinks like that and expects people to take them seriously, really. Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, so yeah, on the G Savior thing, it's a simplistic story. It's not morally complex like a lot of Gundam is.
And mind you, it's also constrained to a movie length time, so obviously they're gonna have to rush things around.
Yeah, just a little under 2 hours, I think, if that. And
yeah, obviously they're gonna rush things. Like, straight up.
Yeah, like the Congress of Settlement Nations. That's Consent. That's the that those are the bad guys. They are just comically evil fascists. There is zero nuance to them. And personally, I think for what the setting is supposed to be, it's like what, fucking 70 years after Victory. It's set 70 years after Victory Gundam, and basically the Federation collapsed due to like financial crisis and food shortages, so Consent formed in its place.
And literally just mentioned that, Matt. Yeah, the game is actually pretty good.
Yeah, and then Consent forms in its place, and it's just like this plot of like, well, Consent are a bunch of evil, unironic fascists, and are trying to control the populace through starvation, and then like the good guys, you know, my man, the best Gundam pilot ever, Mark Karan, gets involved in a plot to on how to make like mass food production, you know, in underwater facilities via, you know, a UV light generating enzyme that could just generate infinite free ultraviolet light for growing crops. So it's like, and it's like Consent wants to stop it because they want to control the people through hunger. And that's the plot. And then there's a whole fight, and The good guys
And also,
win.
we know it's a true Gundam entry because Hucking is involved, and it starts a whole conflict.
Oh yeah, as we all know, in Universal Century Gundam, and kind of a lot of AU as well, the moment somebody gets cucked, it starts a war, somehow. In this case, Mark's girlfriend gets cucked, and she starts a war. It is literally 3 minutes afterwards. Like
Crazy how that happens.
Yeah, I'm not making that up. Like, I think the only guy in UC Gundam who didn't do that was Mirai's boyfriend from 0079, because she left him for what was his name? The fighter pilot, or the core core booster pilot in the movie, because Tomino hated the G fighter and the G armor, but yeah, the one who sacrifices himself to beat Big Zam. Like, she fell for him.
Was that Slag? Was his name? Slegger Law.
Yeah. Like because she left him for Slegger, and that was great just because he's talking about, but I like Slegger, and Slegger walks up to her, backhands her, and is like, this man fucking loves you. What are you doing? Which was kind of
Slegger Law.
He didn't. As is common in Gundam, he didn't deserve to die that way.
It's almost like cool guys and cool any sort of like big brother, big familial figure just ends up kicking the bucket really hard.
Yeah, I want to add something, Bo, just because a faction has a German helmet shaped on a Gundam's head does not mean they are fat. Oh, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that, Ramen. Don't worry.
Oh, we're getting into the whole appearances don't mean faction of funny mustache man. Yeah. That's one of my major points, actually.
Okay, so because I think the whole G Savior sucks, and then you watch it, it's peak. I think that's pretty minor overall. So
it's a minor thing, but it in a way, Bo,
it illustrates the point.
It also plays and Chanka, you're so base because Patrick literally is the best character in 00.
He really is. By the way, I'm going to point out, Millie has never seen 00. We've only watched it up to 10 episodes of season 2. If you have watched 00, do not spoil it in chat, okay? Because
I love Patrick so much.
Because some crazy shit happens later into season 2 and in the movie, and I don't want that spoiled for Millie because it is unbelievably peak. 00 is my favorite AU, by the way, for those who don't
00 is really good. Yeah, no, I actually have been really enjoying it.
Yep.
But yeah, on G Savior, because this actually, even though you say it's minor, I do think it plays into a major point. It's the fact that there are fans in the Gundam community who are like, don't watch that one's stinky, or that one's not canon, or I don't like that one. And it's a whole lot of like cherry picking certain entries because it, for some reason or another, you don't want other people getting exposed to that one.
Oh yeah. You mean like the people who, and I unironically saw this, people who one of the last ones Himmel watched was MS Igloo, which the good MS Igloo is from the Zeon perspective. And
also watch MS Igloo, it's good.
Yeah, no, MS Igloo is actually good. Well, okay. MS Igloo, The Hidden 1 Year War, and MS Igloo, Apocalypse 0079 are good. MS Igloo, The Gravity Front, kind of stinky, not gonna lie. I'm not a fan. It just doesn't hit the same way the first two does, and I don't like the fact they introduced death.
Literal death, was it? Yeah.
Yeah. They literally introduced death, like not like as a non-living divine entity who literally physically shows up and talks to people, and it's like that. Okay, okay, shit like the unicorn and the Neo Zeong literally time traveling because of new type bullshit. I can accept that. It builds off established rules of the setting, but not an actual divine being, like an actual god showing up on the battlefield just to troll people as they die. That doesn't strike me well. Plus, the writing isn't as good. I thought
wait, the mental image of like just a big skeleton man and just a big skeleton man appearing before a mobile suit pilot just doing the floss as he fucking takes him to the afterlife.
Okay. It's okay. Because I know you haven't seen Gravity Front. It's not like a Jack Skellington or some shit. It is literally just gagged. Like a
literally just gagged, like gagged jump scare Final Fantasy gagged.
Yeah. Well, maybe Okay, I can't tell if Death was supposed to be male, female, or androgynous. I really can't. I really can't. Well, I guess then it won on the androgyny front. But yeah, it's like it's literally. It just looks like some kind of like Final Fantasy fucking villain character walking around, like saying, "Ha ha, you're gonna die pointlessly because this is the 1 year war and people die pointlessly." And it's just like, where the fuck were the writers on from Hidden 1 Year War and Apocalypse 0079 when they made this one? Because those two were peak.
Fucking Christ. But also, this does play into what we were talking about. Like, for me personally, right? Watch whatever the fuck Gundam, read whatever the fuck Gundam you want to get into, right? And get autistic about it, right?
Yeah.
But it's the people who fucking like, because apparently, and I ran into these people now that Bo mentioned it, people who are like, saying, like, what was it? Zeta's not canon, basically?
Yeah, no.
Some shit like that?
No, unironically, I have multiple times been told by people, Zeta Gundam and anything after is not canon. I've had only one person explain that to me, which is apparently because Tamino didn't like the commercialization of Mobile Suit Gundam. That means that only the original 0079 novelization is canon.
That's so dumb, dog.
And I'm gonna bring my Warhammer experience into this for a minute, because we all know that whole dumb argument, Warhammer 40k is no canon, right?
Everything is canon.
Yeah, no, listen, there were always female custodes, just don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. But anyway, but it's more to the point that, it's like, it's funny how, like, I can expect confusion on how canon works from Warhammer. And the reason is, other than the opinions of I was like Gavthorpe, Aaron Dembski Bowden, and one or two others who've said that Warhammer has no canon. Like, those are their opinions, but that's never been the policy on canon. Games Workshop has never voiced a policy on canon. But it is very clear to see when retcon happens, enough to the point you can identify it, But so I can expect confusion in Warhammer. Gundam, though, is kind
the UC timeline is straightforward, dog. It's
and Sunrise has Sunrise. They're the Gundam people. For those who don't know, Sunrise Entertainment. They are a production company under Bandai Namco. They make Gundam. Their policy on what is canon in Universal Century Gundam is incredibly straightforward. If it's animated and it's UC Gundam, it's primary canon. If it's like a manga, a novel, a light novel, whatever, it is purely secondary canon, and is basically, it's like, until it's animated, it basically didn't happen. That's how it works. Like, the creator of I'm gonna take this image down for now. The creator of Thunderbolt Gundam was told straight up, once they animated parts 1 and 2, that's UC canon now. He was told that to his face by Sunrise. The same way.
I will say though, the manga does veer off quite a lot.
Oh yeah, no, I legitimately don't know what they're gonna do about part 3, because stuff happens in part 3 that is incredibly hard to reconcile.
You cannot reconcile some of the things I've seen in the manga, and I'm really curious if they are going to keep it. How are they going to go around it?
I personally think what might be delaying part 3 is rewrites, because of a lot of it.
Yeah, probably.
But because I remember, because this was something, who was talking to you about it the other day, how people are like, oh, but the suits have sub-arms. That means they're not canon, because those weren't available
It was
yet.
Somebody in chat. It was Cyber Dagger, I think it was.
Yeah, because sub-arms have existed before mobile suits existed in UC.
Yeah, on the AMBAC and shit.
Yeah, and yeah, so like the sub-arms are a non-argument there. I mean, and we know where the Thunderbolt sector is. It's the ruins of Side 4. Which was devastated in the 1 week battle before the Battle of Loam.
But this does get into our point that a lot of people will just want to say things don't count, or you shouldn't watch this because I don't like how they did this.
Double Zeta skippers.
Oh my god, I've seen so many double Zeta skippers and like arguments on why you should skip double Zeta.
Oh.
Also, ramen dude. Unfortunately, I'm currently a UC cuck, so my main expertise is UC Gundam. I do know of the number one seed defender is what I will say.
Kiyomi Hoshi VTuber.
Yes.
Yeah. She is Seed's number one. She and Chonka in chat are also Seed's number one defenders. Chonka started watching Seed and really likes it. I think Seed hate is. We'll get into Seed hate a little later, but it's like, it's like unironically, if you watch Zeta and then skip straight to Char's counterattack, like those people are just like skip.
Are you a lobotomite?
Skip double Zeta. It adds nothing to the story. It's like, okay, we're gonna explain where the fuck Haman went between entries. Like, kind of an important figure, leader. You have literally you'll have just Haman appears to kill Quattro. Char Ansible.
Totally different guy, by the way. Don't listen to him. Totally different guy.
And then he just shows up and he literally will just show up in charge of Neo Zeon and then in Char's counterattack with no context as to where Haman went.
To answer your question, Ramen dude, UC is referring to the Universal Century timeline of Gundam. There are multiple Gundams, and a lot of it is UC timeline. So certain ones you kind of need to watch the other ones. Like going into Unicorn without any context might be a little confusing. Yeah. But not as confusing if you were just trying to watch Zeta straight and not watching 0079 or Stardust Memory at all.
Yeah, because
go ahead.
The kind of like the core narrative of UC Gundam is 0079, the original series, Zeta, double Zeta, Char's counterattack. That's like the core of UC Gundam.
That's the core, yeah. It's literally like UC timeline it's a very large entry. There's a lot of entries. It's like side end. There's mangas. There's you get your side stories and shit.
All kinds of stuff.
That's the UC timeline. Whenever I get somebody who's asking about, hey, where do I start with Gundam? I kind of want to get started, but there's just so much. UC has Zeon. Yes, Zeon is a UC faction.
Yeah. Zeon are well. Okay, we'll get into antagonists and stuff later. Believe that, but yeah. For those who don't know, for those who've never seen UC Gundam, this is the chronological watch order for Universal Century Gundam with a couple of notes. There's technically 2 AUs on there, but they are AUs that are confirmed to be far future UC. So, yeah. So I'll just leave this
screenshot it. Yeah, screenshot it, do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
Whenever people ask me, like, oh, what's a good Gundam? There's just so much to go with, and I don't know where to start. Here's a good one to start with, and it's, it has its serious moment and its silly moments, and actually Bo was the one who recommended me this one. Fucking Afterward Gundam X. It's not connected to anything else. Everything is contained within itself. It's a very good fucking entry. Yeah. It's its own timeline.
It's also Mad Max with giant robots. Like, what's not to love about that?
It's really good. The opening one is really good.
But yeah, like on skipping double Zeta, I know why some people say skip double. Some people say skip double Zeta. And that's strictly because the first 14, 15 episodes are kind of lighthearted and silly in tone, and they're completely missing the point because Zeta Gundam has probably the second most depressing ending of any UC Gundam entry. You know what I mean?
Oh, so fucking Warren the Pocket made me very depressed.
Okay. TV anime ending. There's OVAs that, Double 080 is really fucking depressing. But in terms of the TV animes, I'd say Zeta is the second most depressing ending behind Victory.
Well, I mean, Zeta literally, I can't say anything because in case people want to watch. Zeta made me get really sad.
Yeah. Zeta has okay, should we just go full fuck. Okay, these people haven't watched it, but
let's not. Let's just say one of my favorite characters has a bad time. That's literally it.
Yep. But yeah, God, Victory was so depressing. Victory is like, okay, this might be a hell of a comparison. To me, Victory Gundam is like Schindler's List, okay? I legitimately think it's excellent.
That's a really...
But But
that would be a really horrible out of context statement.
Okay, but it's excellent. But fuck's sake, I have to psych myself up to watch it because holy fuck, you know? Victory Gundam is just repeatedly kicks you in the nuts for 50 episodes. It's actually kind of ridiculous. It's like it's like the whole series just got you legs splayed open with an automatic nut kicker just going full tilt for 50 episodes.
I hear they have those in Japan.
Yeah, I know some and Germany. Yeah, I'll just say this: if you go to watch Victory, don't get attached to a character. That's
just don't. Just don't.
Don't make the mistake Himmel did. He barely made it to Victory.
Oh, and can I just glaze Gundam Hathaway over there for a second, real quick?
Oh yeah, no. Speaking of the people who are all weird about Gundam canon, Hathaway and Char's counterattack.
Oh yeah, people are weird about those. Well, Hathaway in particular as well because it really shows the Federation sucking doo-doo ass.
How the Federation is literally sci-fi ice. Just
pretty much. Yeah, but it literally opens up on that.
Yeah, but okay, but imagine this. Okay, imagine ice, but instead of just going after illegal aliens, they're going after literal legal citizens and
who just so much breathed the wrong way
and kicking them into space. And the Federation's been doing that since before its inception. But it's like the fact that on top of showing the Federation is kind of sucks. It's the fact that there's a contingent of people who believe that the Hathaway movie is a follow-up to what's called Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack Beltorchica's Children, which is the novelization of Char's Counterattack, the movie, which has different events.
And different mobile suits, basically.
Even though the Hathaway movie has a clear flashback moment that is just a scene from the Char's Counterattack movie. And then it has another one because the hero mech of the Char's Counterattack movie, the new Gundam, shows up in the opening. If it was based on the book, it would be the High New Gundam. But
High New. I do prefer High New in design. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, you see, I think High New looks cool, but
Nightingale's stupid. Nightingale is fucking stupid.
Okay, like Tamino, my boy, what were you thinking with the Nightingale? Holy shit, that thing is just. Can you hunt a picture down?
Yeah, I'll get a picture. Okay, I'll get the picture of all four. The new High News is the Zabi and Nightingale. How about that? Yeah.
Yeah, it works. But it's like the movie is very clear about what it's following up. You could not get more clear than Quest's fucking pariah in her ugly ass blue hair in the flashback scene, running away to help Char. With Hathaway reaching out to try to stop her. And it is just the scene from Char's Counterattack reanimated. And everyone's like, but it follows the novel. It's like, it literally fucking doesn't. And the movie makes it so unbelievably clear. Like,
okay, I'm gonna have to get Gunpla pictures for this, because this is the only way I can really get these.
By the way, Gotchi in chat's like, hey, no space lobster slander. I never thought of the Nightingale like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I do not like the Nightingale. So, I remember one time I was making a joke in a server about Gundam names, just random names in general for the Gundam series. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, no, there's probably a fucking. I was like making a joke like, oh, there's probably something called like the fucking Grublo or something. And then I looked at it, I was like, oh wait, there actually is something called it.
There's an actual suit called the Grublo.
It's a mobile armor, yeah.
Of course, it's a mobile armor.
An amphibious one.
Man. And listen, any amphibious mobile suit that is not the Zagok is just a meme. That's genuine.
Anyways, I sent you the images. These are the Gunplas. Okay. Can't really get a good look on them a little bit, but
okay. Like, let's all right. So is that up on stream? Okay. So for context, on the on the left is the new Gundam. It's NU, not NEW. It's NU. The new Gundam. On the right is the Zabi. And
Swag Money. Both of them are lovely designs.
Yeah.
I think they're very cool.
Yeah, and that is respectively Amuro and Char's hero mechs during Char's counterattack during the movie, right? Fairly simple concept, right? Now,
it's Char, it's red.
Yeah, okay, now brace yourselves. I gotta zoom in for this one. So the thing on the one on the right with the wings is the Hainu.
Which is cool. It has double wings.
The absolute monstrosity of a lobster kaiju on the left is the Nightingale. And these are
stupid thing.
And these are from the novelization of Char's counterattack called Beltorchica's Children.
Oh, I'm gonna give you a better image of the Nightingale so we can get a nice, good look at that fucking cock piece, dude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. In this picture, you said he's looking kind of depressed, like Amuro's telling Char, look, you're coming back.
Put your cock away. Put your cock away.
You're coming back in the next entry. You're gonna find another purple-haired twink who wants to jump your bone.
Put your cock away.
It just keeps happening to Char, man.
Anyways, there's the good image of like the Nightingale.
Yeah, okay. This is a better image of the night. Look at the size of that whammer. Look at that.
Yeah, damn, dog. The way you swinging with that thing.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I've heard of rocking with your cock out, but come on, Char, what the fuck? And also, I'm gonna point out that the giant doingle coming off the back of the head. Like, what does that do?
It's such a stupid fucking suit. I'm sorry, the people who like Nightingale. I don't like this thing. It's so silly.
Yeah, but
and I feel it's just silly.
Yeah, but more to the point though. This one on the right. Let's get a nice zoom in, or as zoomed in as we can get. This little guy. Fuck it, whatever. This one on the right.
There's also a nice image here, right here, of Hainu.
Of Hainu? Okay, we need one. Hold on. Because I'm trying to make a point here by showing off Hainu. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Okay, let's open that up. Right, so this is a good picture of Hainu Gundam. And the reason I was bringing all these up is literally because if the Hathaway movie was a follow-up to the Beltorchica's Children novelization, during the opening, you wouldn't see new Gundam here on the one on the left. You would see Hainu Gundam, this one, but it's not in the opening. But some people are just so unbelievably insistent that it's based on the Beltorchica's Children novel, and it's like, no. And I really don't get these people who can't grasp such a simple idea for canon continuity. If it's animated, it's canon. You know?
Like it's so fucking silly. There's a lot of problems with the Gundam community. I just really don't like. This is one of them. This is like a major one. People who just insist that their view on what's canon, what's not, is fucking annoying, right? I say this as I'm holding my beautiful beloved F91, who I'm gonna break in half because putting the stickers on this thing was actual fucking pain. But the whole fucking thing with canon is like the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more fucking garbage at the fandom.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, I'll get it. I'll get into another one. Kind of spiraling off that. Okay. What? My brain just farted.
And people just follow canon anymore. I mean, with UC timeline, it's a little packed. But
okay, you reminded me. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, okay, the people who. Okay, so don't get me wrong. There are a bunch of dirty, filthy Universal Century Gundam purists. I would know. I am one.
Correct. I am right here.
But I'll never jump down someone's throat for preferring AU Gundams. Because there's a lot of good shit in AU Gundam. It's also arguably a little more accessible just because you can just dive in.
It's separated, yeah.
Most AU Gundams are one-offs and don't have follow-ups, like build, like honestly, the Build series and the and Seed are basically the exception in that area. Because otherwise, it's just movie or OVA follow-ups that are like...
Yeah, just watch whatever Gundam you like. If you watch Wing, I'm going to hate you forever. I'm going to think you're scum of the earth. But, you can watch Wing.
I share your opinion. But, no, it's like... But, yeah, but here's the next one that bugs me. And I'm going to be honest, I've seen more of the latter in recent years than the former. The former the former being... You see purists who say don't watch AU Gundam. I've seen a few of those, but I still think the sentiment, even if there's only a few of them, I think the sentiment is stupid. But then there's the people, and there's way more of these, people who say don't watch UC. Like AU purists. They're like, AU Gundam is the purest form of Gundam, and UC is just old and busted and boring and out of date and don't bother.
Honestly, this kind of goes into my my point I made on why I wanted to talk about this, right? Both sides of this fucking spectrum piss me off so fucking bad.
Yeah.
I hate the UC peers and I hate the AU peers so much.
I will admit, as a dirty, filthy UC purist, I see people saying don't watch AU Gundam because it's lame and gay. I'm just like, shut up. Just shut up. Let people watch whatever the fuck they want. Christ.
After hearing how stupid the people are in Wing, yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch. Okay. Here's what I will say to that, right, Ramen dude. Try to watch it. There's one thing I am a big supporter of. Form your own opinion after you experience the thing, right? Because I remember I was telling Bo in real time as I was watching just 5 episodes of Wing Gundam. I was getting confused. I was getting mad.
It makes a lot of sense, from a perspective of why it is the way it is when you realize that they built the entire world and plot in a week.
I didn't even know that until you brought it up the other day, yeah.
Yeah, because there's usually so much fine... when Tamino wrote 0079, there was so much detail into how the technology works in order to pull off the things in the series he wanted to happen. And how the world ended up the way it did. And then Gundam Wing, they hash out the entire world and the entire background world and plot in a week, and it shows. There's no thought put into any of the technology, into what any of the Gundams are supposed to do versus other Gundams. There's no thought put into, the history of the world or how everything is organized or anything like that. It is so... for some context, it was literally made to pander to Fujoshi's.
Just funny, because looking at Seed character designs, I was like, this is Fujo bait right here, all around.
Well, yeah, but Seed's actually fun to watch, so... But yeah, we were getting off topic a little bit. Yeah, the purists. I'm not, even if I am a UC purist, I'm not a fan of purists. I don't think people should be yelling at people to which Gundam to watch, or which Gundams they shouldn't watch, rather. I'm not a fan of Witch from Mercury, but if somebody wants to fucking watch it, go the fuck ahead. I do not care.
And don't you worry, people. We're gonna talk about the Witch from Mercury people.
That will probably be the single. That will probably be the single longest segment once we get there. But I think we need to segue into the one that you probably have suffered the most, Millie.
Oh, okay, all right.
Zeon haters.
We're gonna
Zeon haters.
We're gonna go into that one now, huh? All right, okay.
You know what? I'm going to as a refined gentleman, I will step back and give you the floor.
Okay, so it's I make it apparent. I make it very known. I love the fucking Principality of Zeon and all the Zeon remnants and the Zeon movements. I love Zeon mobile suits. I enjoy my my Zeeks, as it were, right? I like their uniforms. I like everything about them. The everything about Zeon Zundeikun is really cool. Boy, do I really hate Fed rats who fucking just see me repping Zeon and just go, "Oh, so you're a fan of the funny mustache man?" And I'm like, "No." You
can say his name here. It's cool. You can say him.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Hitler, the painter.
Yeah, the funny Austrian painter Adolf Hitler.
So it's so strange because, and I'm not sure. I didn't even know if this was a fucking whole thing that took brain power. But UC Gundam is literally just They all fucking suck except AUG. You guys are cool, and I will gently pat all of you on the head.
The AUG is
AUG.
Like, the AUG is like the one group that like everybody agrees is actually completely morally justified, and it's kind of a thing with Gundam for anyone who's never watched 0079. This isn't spoilers. This is the first 30 seconds of episode 1. So what 0079 does, it hits you with this. The Principality of Zeon has launched a war against the Earth Federation. They took a space colony. It's this like 36-mile long metal Pringle can in
cylinder.
space.
It's just a big cylinder.
Yeah, if you know your space technology, it's called an O'Neill cylinder. It's just imagine a giant metal, a 36-mile long Pringle can that's got like 1 million people living in it, right? They killed everyone inside. They yeeted that bitch at Earth. They were trying to hit Brazil because that's where the Federation big boy military base, Jaburo.
Top brass was there. Brass was there, basically.
Jaburo base in Brazil. That's where the top brass of the Federation was located. They were going to blow up Brazil by dropping this colony on it.
By bringing a colony to Brazil. Come to Brazil.
Yeah, and they, through the colony getting shot at by the people holding the line in Earth orbit and a fuck ton of nukes, and just the fact that, the colony was a giant metal object never meant to fall through the atmosphere, it flies off course, breaks into 3 pieces, bunch of chunks land on North America and the Pacific Ocean. The biggest chunk hits Sydney, Australia. Basically the entirety of Eastern Australia is just gone. 5 billion people die. That's the first 30 seconds of 0079 episode 1. That's what they lead with. And this is very intentional because mecha anime at the time was very black and white. You've got your good guys with the good mechs. You got your bad guys and the bad guys.
They have spikes on their mech, and their mechs are only like dark green. Ours are white and blue and red, and then some of them are orange and very nice looking.
Yeah, and honestly, the Monster of the Week was more common back then. I don't think there were a lot of mech anime that actually did enemy mechs as a concept, unless someone like copied the hero mech for like a special monster of the week. You know what I mean? But more to the point, it hits you very hard over the head with this front of this front of the events and the imagery of Zeon. We're talking they are one funny pinwheel away from the Nazi flag. Like
literally, they have almost the flag is there.
They got their
uniform is basically there.
Yeah, they got their
their fucking their call is basically there.
Yeah. Their battle cry is Zig Zeon. I'm not making that up.
That's not a joke. That's literally what they will battle cry. Yes.
And then what the show does over the course of basically like 50 odd episodes is introduce you to the fact that
the Federation's just as bad as these guys.
The Federation sucks just as much, and Zeon are people too.
Yeah, literally the whole segment with Raul's crew is like, wait, even Amuro was like, these are the guys we're fighting? Like, these are just dudes.
Yeah.
These are people too.
Yeah, like, if you ignore this fact about Gundam, the whole arc with Ramba Ral is pointless. Because that's where Amuro gets introduced firsthand to the fact, I'm not fighting monsters, I'm fighting people just like me.
It is so wild because it doesn't even take long in 0079 for them to like show you that the Federation's kind of stinky doo-doo by making civilians participate in their fucking war, basically.
Yeah, because the hero ship of the show is the Pegasus.
The white base.
Yeah, the white base.
Yeah.
Officially a Pegasus class assault carrier. The entire military crew dies in like the opening episode. The only people left to pilot are the survivors of the Side 7 colony where they were testing the Gundam. So this civilian crew on a ship they don't know how to run manages to get their ass to Luna 2. It's like a hollowed out asteroid that was used to build colonies. Like they mined out all the ore and shit and then put it in Earth orbit as like a base. They get to Luna 2, and I shit you not, the Federation says, "Oh look, I get you guys barely."
You just went through shit, but man, you know we need people in the front lines, man. And you guys are the only guys who you had to join the fight, so now you're combatants.
Oh no, you get that. That's the second one. The first thing they say is, "We get you jumped on this top secret assault carrier to get out of the Side 7 colony, which has literally had a giant hole punched in it by a nuclear explosion at this point." And they're like, "Okay, we get you to do that to survive. We're gonna throw you in a military black site for the rest of your lives for witnessing state secrets."
It's so fucking dumb. Like it sets you up, and it's intentional, as Bo said, that fucking you are meant to be like, wow, these guys suck. Zeon, oh man, I can't wait to see it to get their ass kicked. And then the more you watch 0079, it's like, these guys, the Federation kind of sucks as hard as they do, actually.
Yeah.
And then and don't get me started on the side series like Stardust Memory. They really hammer it into your head.
Oh yeah, and for the record, basically conscripting all the civilians that survived Side 7 into the troops who would, you know, they basically conscript them all into the military and say, "You're the crew of White Base now." And that was the option to not throw them into a military black site for the rest of their lives. For a little bit of context.
Also, they have no issues with child soldiers, by the way. Just a heads up.
Oh yeah, the entire White Base mobile suit crew is under the age of 17. Amuro Ray, the main character, the pilot of the RX-78.
He's like what, 15?
He's 15. Yeah, he's a 15-year-old. He's a 15-year-old autistic kid who didn't know what the fuck a Gundam was until 5 minutes ago. He got in the Gundam to save his friends because they were all dying. You know, that's the only reason.
All this could have been avoided. Haru just had a gun in that one.
Yeah, no, seriously. If they just given Haru a gun, Amuro, I'm gonna air out this whole fucking operation, Amuro, and everything would be different.
Bright is okay. I was really surprised by this too. I thought Bright was like a 30-year-old man. No, apparently he's like fucking what, 20 in 0079?
Shit you not, he is a 19-year-old junior
19,
officer.
That's what it was. Yeah, he's young.
And he's the captain. Strictly because the actual captain got a chest full of shrapnel and had to be left behind on Luna 2 to get like healed up. Guy was
it was 19.
Alive.
And this actually does play into a lot of why he sucks later in his adult years, but we'll get into that later in Loretism.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like the whole point is that Zeon and the Federation suck. Like, yeah, Zeon
both suck.
Zeon killed 5 billion people on Earth. Do you know what the Federation top brass's response to that was? They were like, "Well, that's less mouths to feed. They did us a favor. Maybe we should stop the war."
Literally, it's so fucking bad. Like, and mind you, right? The Federation was already doing some of their own bullshit as well, right?
Yeah.
Fucking what was it? 8th MS team where they literally was that the Federation? It's been a while. Was that the Federation where they're like, "Yeah, man, these kids, let's make some new types out of them, man. I don't give a shit."
Oh yeah, no. No.
Was that?
No, the kids from 8th MS team were they escaped from the Zeon.
Installation. But it's my point stands in a way still because it really shows that both sides are fucking desperate to beat the shit out of the other one.
Yeah, like there was legitimately going to be an armistice, and then there was going to be an armistice after Operation British, and you know, it was Operation British. That was the colony. That was followed by the 1 week battle, where I think that was the 1 week battle followed British, but it was the second major engagement of the war, where the Federation's answer to Zeon saying they're going to jack another colony, which this time around was a feint to lure out the Federation military. The Federation military's answer to this was to nuke Side 4. The Federation's colony just nukes Side 4. Side 4 is a ruin. Another like 5 billion people die. So, and then that leads to the Battle of Loam, where the Federation and Zeon fleets face off, and that was where Zeon breaks out the mobile suits for the first time, which wreck shop. And the
And
Federation.
Char makes a name for himself. Really, huh?
Yeah, and he had to enter into a legal battle with Johnny Ridden over being the comment, but that's
I can imagine like that was like an actual thing. That was like actual court fucking meeting with each other for that one.
But yeah, it's like at that point, both sides are kind of exhausted militarily, and they're basically thinking like, okay, we got to stop this shit, right? So basically, what happens is they're gonna sign what's called the Antarctic Treaty, which is bans colony drops, bans nukes, bans chemical weapons, because there were chemical weapons open. Okay, imagine setting off a chemical weapon when it's basically a giant Pringles can full of air with 1 million people in it. That happened. So
that happened, yeah.
Yeah, so, they're going to ban all the weapons of mass destruction and future colony drops, and then also sign an armistice. And what ends up happening is...
They ignore literally everything.
Well, this guy named General Revel, who was thought lost at Loam, basically... escapes, shows up on a radio broadcast from the ship bringing him home, and says, keep fighting Zeon! We have to keep fighting Zeon! And the Federation's like, we're going to keep fighting Zeon, so... He wants to sign the Antarctic Treaty. We won't stop fighting, but we won't use any of the nukes and the biological and the chemical and the colony shit anymore. And Zeon's like, yeah, sure. And they sign it, and then Zeon invades Earth, and it gets worse.
It's just so funny about that fucking treaty because, like, oh yeah, we signed it, and then they just completely ignored it anyways and just continued doing what they were doing.
Oh yeah,
they just found loopholes, really.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Both sides keep slinging nukes at various points during the 1 year war. Like Zeon you see this in 8th MS team, a Zeon guy sets off a nuclear weapon to stop a Federation army. It's like, oh, it's a vaporization bomb. That's not a nuke. It's like, it's a fucking nuke. You know it's a fucking nuke. But then
awkwardly looks at the Gundam Physalis.
Yeah, but then on the Federation side of things in 0083, there's the Gundam Physalis, which is like this thing. One of my favorite Gundams, by the way. This thing is a walking case of rules lawyering your way around war crimes. So it's got an atomic bazooka. So the Antarctic Treaty says you are not allowed to launch a nuclear weapon. So what it does, it doesn't launch a nuke. What the atomic bazooka does, it sets off the nuke in the barrel and uses what's called a Minovsky field generator to compress the nuclear blast into a little sun the size of a fist, roughly, right? The barrel of the bazooka is a coil gun that launches this contained nuclear explosion out the barrel. The moment it exits the barrel, the electromagnetic and Minovsky particle envelope starts to decay. It gets to a certain point. The moment that envelope breaks, the nuke goes off. So, but you see, it's not launching a nuke. It's launching a nuclear explosion, but not a nuke. The nuke goes off in the barrel, so it's legal.
Which literally, by the way, the FYI, Delasque points this out. I was like, you guys think you're fucking slick, huh?
Yep. Oh fuck, what was another thing about strategic nuclear weapons, that is nuclear weapons in like I think it's like the 5+ megaton range were banned, like the production of them were banned. So you're only allowed to the only nukes that were allowed to still exist at all in the storehouses where all the nukes were stored were tactical nukes, like in the kiloton range, right? Kiloton yield. So what the Federation did was they got something like a 50 to 70 megaton strategic nuclear bomb out of storage and said, oh, that's a strategic nuke. And they put that in the Physalis' gun. That hurt when the Nightmare of Solomon returned, didn't it, Millie?
Oh yeah, no, it's like they really thought they were cooking with that one. It's like, oh, we're not biting the treaty, and then the treaty violation comes back at them anyways.
And then there's the Titans.
Okay, all right, hold on. And this plays into my next point, because now you brought up the literal faction I hate the most.
Yeah, the Titans. Fuck the Titans.
So, okay, as I mentioned, I am a Principality of Zeon, or just any Zeon faction supporter. I love their mobile suits. I hate the Federation, but I am also realistic in knowing that both sides fucking suck dick, and they're both evil, and everything about them is evil. There are people, and I've seen this, I've had somebody tell me in person to my face as I was talking about Gundam to them, because they also liked Gundam. the Titans were a necessary evil against the Zeon. I want you to take that statement into mind, and I want you to also acknowledge that I was standing in front of this person, and I had to look them in the eye as they told me this, and I had to restrain every statement I want to say right after that.
Hold up, Millie, real quick. Jared Hyam in chat, got to be one of the craziest pieces of Gundam tech. I agree. Also, didn't get your ass beat by Camille Badan?
Yeah, aren't you that guy who called that one girl a girl?
And yeah, you called that one autistic kid a girl and literally started the Grips conflict. Funny how that happens.
Funny how that happens, yeah.
Yeah, to think if Jared had just said nothing, none of Zeta Gundam would have happened.
Honestly, if he's just kept his fucking mouth shut, Camille would have been a Titans pilot.
Probably, yeah. I mean, Camille had enough fucking bloodlust in him to join the Titans if he hadn't strictly gone against them out of spite for Jared.
But as I was saying, I had the misfortune of getting told that to my face. The Titans were a necessary evil against Zeon. To my face.
The Titans literally caused because this ties into 0083. The whole rise of the Titan, like the whole instance with Operation Stardust, where they dropped a second colony on Earth. This one landed in the Midwestern United States, caused a famine because it blew up the American breadbasket. Yeah, no, that was an inside job. That was the Federation. The Federation did that to themselves to justify basically becoming a fascist, like an entirely fascist state. They were kind of fascist, like, and I don't say this in that, blue hair, problem glasses, Twitter freak, Tumblr kind of way fascist.
I actually have a picture of one of those people. Hold on, I'm going to send it to you right now.
Yeah, but no, I mean like actual unironic fascism, like the Federation.
All right, here, I sent you the image of a Twitter blue hair. There you go.
Oh, okay. Wokarabo. This is still one of the funniest images you ever made. Just fucking Wokarabo.
I forgot what the context was behind this image, honestly.
I do too. I think this might have just been one of those unhinged jokes you just made on the fucking fly, because it came to you in a dream, basically.
Pretty much, that's how a lot of my jokes end up happening.
Yeah, that and the stuff you say in the Final Fantasy 14 public chat that you sent me.
Oh yeah, no. Whatever comes to my mind, it has to leave my brain, or else it will cause brain rot.
Yeah, better to brain rot others than yourself. But anyway, okay. I mean, we were on right.
Titans, yes.
Right.
Titans.
Right. Operation Stardust was an inside job because the Federation did the Federation's rise to power was literally Earth was going through an environmental crisis. Starvation was rampant, so they were like, all us nations need to team together into the Earth Federation and establish space colonies where people can live and there can be mass food production and shit to feed the billions of people on Earth and take some pressure off the Earth. And then they did that. And then all the countries that didn't want to join were forced to join at gunpoint. We're talking the Federation's... The first war the Federation ever fought was against other nations on Earth that didn't necessarily want to join and wanted to be independent nations. And then they built the colonies and then started forcibly deporting people against their will to the colonies. You didn't move to the colonies because you wanted to. You moved there because they made you.
Actually, should I bring up a really important piece of lore regarding, space noid rights that appears in Unicorn, or should we just keep that?
Oh no! This is
keep that at the back burner.
Oh no! I know a lot of the Unicorn hate comes from the fact that it makes the Federation look like absolute dog shit. So by all means, Millie, go ahead.
So okay, when the Universal Century in lore, when it was first, canonized, right? They brought in this new.
When they flipped when they ended.
When they ended the calendar and began the Universal Century calendar.
Yeah, when it went from Anno Domini to Universal Century, basically.
Yes, and when they were, making up all the how do I?
The Universal
They're fucking tenants, basically.
It's called the Universal Century Charter. It's basically the Constitution.
It's their Constitution, right? There was a really, really funny one at the very end of it that was it was basically just space noids have their right to independence because, they exist outside the sphere of Earth. Basically spacenoid rights.
Yeah, we're making them live up there. They have the right to be an independent people, an independent, colonial nations on their colonies.
And then the guy who originally was going to propose, read out that charter, got murked. And then the original charter got lost. And then the new one was brought in that conveniently expunged that one.
Well, okay, when we say that guy got murked, the signing of the charter was going to be on a O'Neill cylinder, a wheel like colony. What's the fuck? It's literally on the tip of my tongue. Sanford Taurus. A Sanford Taurus style colony, like one of those wheel colonies. It was going to be signed on there, and basically the Federation brass, hired a bunch of dudes to blow up the colony and kill like 100,000 people just to prevent the signing of the Universal Century Charter, so they could rewrite it to say that space noids did not have equal rights.
Mind you, by the way, and this goes deeper into the lore, the guy who really did not want that original charter to go up was the guy who got murked's brother. Like, I believe they were related.
Yep.
And fuck space noids. Let's just kill my brother, get rid of the original charter, and then we're gonna reintroduce the same charter, but they don't know that the last little piece was missing.
Yeah, and then it's literally like kill my brother to prevent this, to the tune of a collateral damage of one space colony and about 100,000 people. 100,000 innocent people who are just there when it happens.
Yeah, so that was the original charter. Space noids were meant to have their own independence, their own rights and everything. Federation brass, and in connection to that guy's brother, were like, we don't want that, actually. Let's just kill the guy who's going to sign the charter and then rewrite it so it's more convenient for us to control people living in space. And
then the rest of the plot of Unicorn is just national treasure in space with mechs. And it's fucking peak.
So that important piece of lore there, space colonies in Gundam, you see, have wanted their own independence for quite a bit now, because Federation was really stinky to them pretty much almost every fucking waking moment of their existence.
Yeah, the colonies produced a surplus of foodstuffs, like we're talking ultra high tech hydroponic farms and shit, growing food, raising livestock, you name it, right? Hyper efficient. The Federation basically was always kick the door down and take so much of this that the colonies were basically barely subsisting. The colonies didn't have the right to the food they produced, according to the Federation.
Yeah, so, imagine how a little funny man called Zeon Zoom Daikun felt when he just constantly kept seeing his fellow space noids just constantly get shit on every day of his life. And himself, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
And also, Zeon Zoom Daikun would roll in his fucking grave seeing the Principality of Zeon. Just straight up.
Oh, yeah, no. It's there's no beating around the bush. He was killed. He was killed by, the Zabi, the patriarch.
Degwin.
Yeah, he was killed by his
own homie, really.
Yeah, literally his best friend in the world, Degwin Zabi, had him killed. It was probably Cassilia that did it also, let's be real, killed by Cassilia on Degwin's orders, so Degwin could be like, he's a martyr for the cause, we're establishing the Principality of Zeon in his name, and because he wanted power.
He also wanted to, the reason why he called it the Principality of Zeon was to drive heat off himself, even though everyone in the fucking world knew he did it.
I just think that it's I just think that's funny because, I'm sorry, I'm going to go off a tangent here because so Gundam does a thing where people's names are kind of weird. For context, Tamino originally just wanted to do, it was a combination of English sounding or foreign sounding enough names combined with the fact he didn't think the editors were actually paying attention, so he just kept making more and more ridiculous names. It got to the point where they got a character in Zeta Gundam named Jamaitov Hyman before the editors finally noticed. But
Oh yeah.
But
Um.
my point is more the fact they named the nation the Principality of Zeon. That's like calling a nation in our own language the Kingdom of Greg. I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Calamite points out, and then they're gonna put the single worst family member in power. And that's my other point of why Zeon's stingy, despite being the #1 Zeon defender in the world.
Garen, my boy, did you know you're kind of like Adolf Hitler?
Based?
That's literally the exchange. People misinterpret why Degwin calls or compares his son Garen to Hitler, who has literally just proposed purging the
eugenics, just eugenics.
He has just proposed to his father Holocaust 2.0.
It's so fucking like everyone misses the point to that scene. Like, yeah, I mean, there are people who do get it, but it's like Degwin is like, he's like, son, do you know you're kind of like literally like Hitler? And Garen's like, base. Yeah. He ruled with an iron fist and he did so much. I will show the world what a man who walks in the footsteps of Hitler can do. And then literally right after that, after Garen walks away, Degwin's like, he missed the part where Hitler got basically murdered by his own fucking followers.
He was doing that pejoratively, and his son didn't fucking get it, while handing his father, literally the paperwork to authorize the beginning of the Holocaust 2 Electric Boogaloo. We're running it back! But yeah, it's like, that was the moment Degwin realized, I've got to stop this fucking war, and went to
he tries. He tries!
Yeah, he goes to General Revel in the fleet, at the Federation fleet, on their way to the final battle to try to parlay with them to end the war, and Garen fucking kills him with the solar ray. It's literally a comically large laser pointer the size of a space colony.
It's like that one scene in 00 that I screamed just for one guy, remember?
Wait. No, you did that a few times by this point.
A few times, but you know the one I'm talking about.
All right.
The scientists, all for one dude.
No, seriously, they Shin Godzilla that place to kill one dude. It's actually kind of nuts.
But so this goes to my point, because Garen is actually human trash.
He's just like
Garen's awful.
He is just a sociopath with a nation behind him.
It's crazy because and I make this joke whenever I'm talking about the Principality of Zeon, Zeon seek Zeon. I will usually follow up my Twitter post on that one with like, we do not support the actions of Garen's.
I mean, what's it say that when Cassilia blew Garen's brains out in front of his men, they were all like, well, that just happened, and kept fighting.
I'm not. You know what? I don't care enough.
Yeah, seriously, no one liked him at that point. Even if they believed in the Zeon cause, no one liked Garen. So when his own sister kills him, they're just like, oh, whatever. Let's keep fighting at the Battle of Abawaku,
And this comes to my next point of there's good people on both sides, and it's really just that both sides are awful, and that everyone's a person in the fight, except Garen. Garen is actually just a monster.
Well, I mean, of course, if you're gonna bring, because let's look at it this way, like General Revel, who I brought up earlier, the guy who gave the speech to keep fighting Zeon, before the Antarctic Treaty was signed. You'd think he might be a bad dude because he wanted the war to keep going, but Revel himself genuinely believed in the cause of the Federation, and wanted the people to be safe and wanted the war over, and firmly believed that letting Zeon exist was a danger to them. That's why he did it. You see, he's not a bad guy. But then you've got people like, say, Bascome. Bascome is just Federation Garen.
And Calamite brings up the person I was literally going to bring up for Zeon. Dozel, the literal fucking heart of gold.
Dozel didn't do nothing to no one. That man did not deserve what happened to him.
Dozel hated the fighting.
Yeah, Dozel was borderline suicidal over the fact that he was involved in Operation British. He didn't think he had a right to raise his own daughter because of it. He hated himself. It tore him apart that he had to do that. And it was really only the fact his wife, reassured him that despite it all, he was still a good man, that he kept going.
Dozo is literally a good person. He's probably like one of the truest followers of Zeon's beliefs. Like the guy.
Yeah, Chanka. That's exactly the part I'm talking about. Where he breaks down. He breaks down crying in front of his infant daughter because who
we never see again.
Yeah, who's not important to the plot of UC Gundam at all. I reassure you. But he breaks down crying because of over the things he's done, and he believes he has no right to be in his own infant daughter's presence because of the actions he's done for Zeon. Like, and let's not forget also the goodest boy, the one who didn't deserve nothing that happened to him, Garma.
Garma, my beloved. Garma, my sweet, sweet boy, my sweet little twink bottom.
It's telling that in the G-Cux universe, which is like, G-Cux is an AU Gundam, but it's like the man in the high colony, kinda. It's the 1 Year War, but man in the high castle version. In that version of events, Garma quits the military to just like go live his life, and it's the best decision he ever made.
God, I love Garma. Like, the Zabi family sucks, but there's like genuinely like two good beans, and that's Dozo, and then there's Garma. And then
I will also posit this. Cassilia was an absolute bastard, but at the same time genuinely believed in the cause.
She was ruthless because she had to be.
She found out what Giran was planning and that he killed their father, and it was on sight, At that point, it was on sight. She just, like literally ventilated his skull on the spot, in front of his own men. During the final battle, no less. So she was ruthless. She was ruthless, but genuinely believed in the cause. Unlike her brother, who was just using it all for power and just to be a fucking sadistic sociopath.
Oh, and I guess Sasro exists too, I guess, but he got like 5 seconds of screen time.
Yeah, no, he got cacked like 5 minutes after the funeral for fucking Dagun. So yeah. For
the funniest reason ever.
Oh yeah, because he backhanded Cassilia and that pissed her off.
Cassilia's ruthless, but I love her for it.
But
then again, and this goes back again to the whole point that both sides have their good people. Fucking Ramba Rao is the literal easiest motherfucker you can point out for Zeon.
Yeah.
The dude's just cool.
Yeah, he's just.
I think he even felt bad when he realized Amuro was like, because he saw he was so young. I think he genuinely felt bad that the guy he's fighting is like, oh, this is a literal child. What the fuck is going on in this war?
Chanka, you are diving headfirst into Gundam way too much to be a tourist, believe me. Like, listen, you can't be a tourist because you like Seed. I'll just put that out there. But yeah, no, it's like literally Ramba Ral was just a genuinely good man who believed in the cause. And that put him at odds with Amuro, and that is literally the only reason they fought.
Yeah, that's like literally the only reason they fought, and Rao would literally Roblox delete his own account for the cause.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But on the flip side, for the Federation, right, the obvious one is Bright. As much of the hard ass he is, the dude genuinely believes in the cause. He wants the best for people.
Yeah, he is a junior officer thrust into an extreme situation. Now he's
at 19 years old.
At 19 years old, now he is now in charge of an assault carrier full of experimental technology he has to get to its destination, as well as a massive group of civilians and literal children, we're talking like 5-6 years old, that need to survive this. So yeah, he's gonna slap Amuro around when he's like experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, because if Amuro doesn't fight, they're all gonna fucking die. It's like, yeah.
So in the end, this comes back. At the end of the day, both sides are fucking horrible. There's good people on both. propaganda. Literally, the whole point of fucking Gundam, like you see, is propaganda bad, war bad. Both sides suck.
Yep.
There's no like good in war.
Yeah, like 8th MS team as like the Federation being a bunch of cocks. Like everything, a lot of what happens in that whole finale, like was caused by the Federation continuing to escalate when Zeon was clearly surrendering. Like, and the reason them escalating is what causes the old girl's brother to fire the the super weapon too. So it's like, the Federation, being the way they are, cocks up the entire ending of not 0080, 8th MS team. Fucking
Gundam 00 Federation, yeah.
0080, Weed for Mercury, Stardust Memory, Double Zeta. But and then fucking 0083, Operation Stardust, which kills probably another billion people, was a Federation inside job to justify mass power grabs. And the Titans, we didn't even talk about what the Titans did. Like
the Titans did so fucking much.
Okay, a completely peaceful protest on one of the colonies. Their answer to the Titans' answer to that was to nerve gas the colony and kill everyone in it.
It's so fucking dumb how people try to defend the Titans, right? As I mentioned, I got told to my face that they were a necessary evil. And then there's actually people who's like, well, I wouldn't really count the Titans as part of the Federation.
They are literally part of the Federation. They are funded by the Federation. They get all of their, carte blanche to do what they want from the Federation. You want to know what actually amazing comparison?
Yes.
The SS wasn't part of Nazi Germany. Basically, right?
Oh my god, you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Kat, you don't know? People try to defend it. Were you there when I was talking about this? Because I literally mentioned someone to my fucking face, in person, in real me. I could touch them if I wanted to. That the Titans were a necessary evil against Zeon.
Yeah, like, how do you...
I got told to my face.
That sounds like such incredible cope to stop, trying to point out both sides are awful. Because, these type of people, the most they'll admit to at a given time is, well, both sides are bad, but Zeon is worse. And it's like, Zeon didn't gas the 30 Banshee, I think it's called. That's the one where the protest happened and the Titans gassed the people to kill them all. That wasn't Zeon. Zeon didn't orchestrate. Zeon didn't orchestrate with itself to do Operation Stardust. That was literally an inside job by the Federation. Remember,
fucking Christ.
Atmospheric reentry can't melt steel beams. Sorry.
Fucking what else did I want to talk about when it comes to fucking Zeon and Titans? Both factions are evil, but okay, yes, Anaheim is really is just generally the true evil.
Oh, yeah, no, Anaheim Electronics is just there in the middle between the two, selling both sides new technology to continue the war because they're war profiteers.
Yeah, Anaheim is actually bad.
Genuinely funny, the part in Unicorn where they point out that they can just, equip the Unicorn in Anaheim suit with Zeon weapons because, well, Anaheim was making all the mobile suits and the weapons anyway, and then even Ben-Adger was like, wow, this whole world sucks.
One of my favorite points, towards it was in F91, right? And I'm aware of this, even though I'm not too savvy on F91, right? Anaheim was starting to fall off at this point because everyone's like, you guys fucking suck dick, dude.
They for context, in universe, Anaheim started having severe financial issues in the wake of the second Neo-Zeon war. That was Char trying to drop Axis on Earth.
Because it just gets revealed that they're funding almost anyone who's willing to fight for money.
Yeah, basically.
So Anaheim's going through troubles, right? And the Inside Federation mechanic, I forgot what they're called actually. The guys who made the actual F91 Gundam F91,
it's
right?
Like Federation Navy Research Bureau or some shit like that.
Yeah. But basically, F91, they're making F91, whatever. And Anaheim, in the last ditch effort, we need to show we can do it better. And they steal the fucking blueprints to F91, then they make their own bootleg F91.
But hold on. I've never heard of this. They made a bootleg.
You don't know about the bootleg F91? Hold on, I need to pull it up for you then.
No, I don't know about the bootleg F91. For context, this is the reason I brought Millie along. She knows way more.
Hold on, there's a bootleg F91 that Anaheim made. I need to find it.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Okay, you know what? Okay, we're gonna go AFK real quick, everyone. Hold on to your butts. Millie, you hunt that down while we're AFK. We will be right back.
Yeah.
Yes, clear. Loud and clear.
In the suspicious person, 4423 live, we'll get the mobile station.
On the intercom. C7?
Yes, ma'am, we'll be clear, and 233 will be clear on N4 E Edward, and so we both be a 50. 224, I was going out there, 233 will be clear on N4 E Edward, and so we both be a 50.
Yes, clear. Loud and clear.
In the suspicious person, 4423 live, we'll get the mobile station.
On the intercom. C7?
Yes, ma'am, we'll be clear, and 233 will be clear on N4 E Edward, and so we both be a 50. 224, I was going out there, 233 will be clear on N4 E Edward, and so we both be a 50.
We have returned.
I found it. I'm sending Bo the info now. Behold, bootleg F91.
Okay, let's look at the peak tour. Oh God. The RXF 91 silhouette. They even called it 91. Oh my God.
It's the bootleg F91 that Anaheim made after stealing data from Sinray.
That is... Okay, I'm sorry. The fact they even called it a 91 is so funny to me. That's like that's like how the fucking Chinese J-20 fighter is a totally not Raptor, like F-22 Raptor.
So like it's from like a random like fucking silhouette. It's a random fucking like, what is this? This is a manga basically. It's a one-shot comic manga, you know, whatever, Gunpla model series. But in this little like side thing that, you know, I'm not even sure where it fits, but whatever. Anaheim in their infinite wisdom was like, F91. We can't call it F91. What do we call it? And then they made this.
Yeah. Wait, have you ever seen that one meme? It's like it's from the We Need to Destroy Metal Gear comic where it's like boss. It's a bunch of guys looking at it blankly, and then they write big in front of it. It's like big boss, and then they're all like, I feel like that's what they were like when they just put the RX in front of F91.
It's so fucking silly, man. We love Anaheim. No, we don't. We hate Anaheim, but we love how stupid they are.
It's funny as fuck to me that there's actual lore on the fate of Anaheim Electronics in fucking G-Savior. Because by the time of G-Savior, which is like Universal Century 220 or some shit like that, Anaheim is completely defunct, and the Gaia colony, that's the one that's fighting back against consent in the plot. They have these really like shitty mobile suits, and apparently the lore behind these mobile suits is they were budget military models built by Anaheim as a last-ditch effort to sell something to stay solvent as a company. And
let's see. Hold on. Yes, Adam Fire. Yep. Shiro was in one of the colonies, and he got saved by the normal suit. And yes, Shimagata really dislikes Zeon because of that.
Yeah, that's exactly how the Federation got her to conspire with them to do Operation Stardust, because she didn't like Zeon either, because she was just literally insane by that point.
She was literally just following orders, and then the principal was like, "Actually, this is your fault."
Yeah. Thanks, Giran. And see, that's the thing. You know,
Okay.
that's kind of the thing too. Zeon fan, it's kind of like the Imperium fan Tau fan argument in 40k. How like the Tau fans say that the Tau are squeaky clean good guys when they're not, and refuse to acknowledge any of the bad shit they do that makes them just as bad as the Imperium.
We Zeon fans can at least acknowledge that we suck.
Yeah, and then the Tau fans will be like, but the Imperium does evil stuff too, and Imperium fans are like, yeah, we know. You know, why do you think we like them? It's like
we know. Yes.
Yeah, we know the Imperium is war crimes o'clock. Why do you think we enjoy them so much? It is just that, but with Zeon and the Federation, really. It's like the Federation fans, they're denying that the Federation ever does anything wrong to the point of outright saying core entries in UC Gundam are not canon because they violate this view that the Federation are, you know, just as bad as Zeon. And then the Zeon fans are like, oh yeah, we dropped that colony on Earth.
And we'll do it again.
Yeah, we dropped that colony on Earth. We got 3 more waiting out back. We'll fucking do it again. You know, it's like there's this level of self-awareness that Zeon fans have that Zeon is awful that the Federation fans just can't get themselves about the Federation. Some do. Some Federation fans absolutely acknowledge how awful the Federation is, and they're based. They're based. They
like.
Yeah, like
we can make fun of ourselves. This is one of my favorite Zeon images I like to post.
Oh, did you post it?
I did. I sent it to you.
Oh, yeah. I love this one. It's based on a classic political meme too. Remember, true contolism has never been tried. In fact, hold on. There's one I got to bring up now. One that I made. Hold on, if I could find it.
It's so funny because we can make fun of ourselves. We know Zeon has done many horrible things. Federation can't seem to fucking get their head around the fact that they also have done horrible things.
And oh fuck, I hate the fact I don't have this meme fucking easily on hand that I made. Oh god damn it. But yeah, it's like that thing. There's some Federation fans who can like, oh, I like the Federation because they're awful, and then there's even more Federation fans like the Federation has literally never done anything wrong ever, and it's like, no, it's like the whole. Oh god, I want to show this meme off so badly, but I can't find it.
Gotcha. Jim's good. I like the Jim custom that South Burning gets. God, I love him so much. But I'm the #1 Rizal dick sucker in the world. I love that fucking suit so much. It's unreal.
You are in such existential pain because last time the Rizal was available, you weren't able to get it.
It wasn't just any Rizal is the issue. It was a Rizal Defensor B unit. And that's the one I like. And when I went back to the page because it was a pre-order, it already sold out. And I got mad.
Oh, I found it. I found the meme. Here we go. This is based on a rather spicy meme about a certain political ideology. But yeah, no, it's like you've got the Federation nuking themselves to try to kill the AEUG. That wasn't the real Federation. You've got, you know, the bugs that, you know, the Cosmo Babylonia built to wipe out human life on Earth. That wasn't real Cosmo Babylonia. You've got the Angel Halo that the Zanskar Empire tried to wipe out life on Earth with. That wasn't the real Zanskar Empire. And then you've got Sydney getting blown up by Zeon. It was
real.
Yeah, exactly. That's Zeon fans to a T, and I respect the hell out of it. Like, it's utterly shameless about what Zeon does. And then Federation fans, the vast majority of them, coping their ass out about the Federation actually being the good guys. Is like, bro, they lost 5 billion people in over the course of a couple of weeks, and then they're like, well, that works in our favor. Let's sign an armistice with Zeon. Everything is hunky dory.
Hold on.
Not even the worst thing they did.
I need to show people why I am a sucker for this little doohickey of a fucking mobile suit.
Oh, the Rizal?
this specific Rizal, the Defense Serbia unit. I love this one so much, it's unreal. It's so swag money.
Federation is in the gutter after victory. I mean, yeah, the Warring Space States period basically kicks off around the time of Hathaway. And then it basically concludes with G-Savior. Like, the Federation completely fucking collapses. Like, that's the funny thing, too, because technically Zeon outlived the Federation as well. I know the Republic of Zeon gave up its autonomy in the mangas, in a manga somewhere, but that, like, again, animated equals canon. So as far as UC Gundam mainline canon is concerned, the Republic of Zeon maintained its autonomy past the life of the Federation. Results are P.
Fucking Christ. Yeah, Rizals are so fucking good, man. I love them. I'm so mad they're not in Gundam Breaker 4.
Gundam Breaker 4 made a lot of weird decisions with shit it didn't include.
Yeah, Gundam Breaker 4 also made the weird decision of not adding anything more.
Oh, well, yeah, its last update was Requiem for Vengeance, and honestly, I didn't hear people talking about that literally until Himmel watched it.
Fucking Christ. What's another thing that I hate the most that isn't the whole Witch of Mercury and G-Quacks Space Yuri weirdos?
You know, you are kind of right. I'd say the G-Cucks and Witch of Mercury kind of tied together in there. But yeah, are there any others?
I don't think so. I mean, we covered a lot of the main ones already.
So you're ready for? Okay, no, yeah. Well, yeah. Think hard. Use your brain meat. See.
I think we covered a lot of the main ones. I kind of don't want to talk about any of like the big like Gundam personalities right now. Mainly because at the end of the day, you could just ignore them. At the end, you go ahead, block them. I don't give a shit, right?
Oh yeah. I have the one with the blue hair profile pic. We'll just call him. I blocked for a while.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, if you don't like a certain personality in a community you're in, you can just block them. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I guess we could just talk about the Witcher Mercury and G-Quacks people.
Yep.
Oh
boy. Here
okay.
we go.
To preface this, I am also a Yuri weirdo. I love Yuri. I love it when girls kiss. That's my crack cocaine, as it were.
And for context, because I know there might be some people who try to use the alt-right chud shit against Millie. Millie is a left-leaning trans girl. Millie and I could not be further apart politically. So
I'm just united by autism for funny robots. That's literally it. It's just...
Yeah. I
mean, actually, he brain rotted me with Warhammer, and I brain rotted him with Gundam. That's literally what happened.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, I mean, so for people who might watch this and might be like getting mad at Millie for like shitting on the people who are Witch from Mercury fans, like for like political reasons, I'm just gonna say this ahead of time. Go fuck yourself. That's preemptive.
So like as I mentioned, I'm a Yuri weirdo. And Bo mentioned the other things about me, and when I first saw the little stat, I didn't really sit down and watch G-Witch, but the snippets I saw of G-Witch, I was like, space lesbiabs. And then my Twitter was flooded with space lesbian art, and I was like, this is peak. And then I found out that, Sunrise are cowards, and they didn't commit to the funny, right? And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I still have my Twitter art. There's always going to be artists who are going to specifically be making the space Yuri that I want, right? But then there's actually the Twitter part where there's people really, really uncharacteristically mad that the Space Yuri did not happen. It's not that big a deal.
And let's not forget the people who, and this is something I saw on, because I did a stream where I reacted to Trash Taste's take on Gundam, which lived up to the name of their little podcast. And they were literally saying that Witch from Mercury is the only Gundam you'll ever need because it's not about war, and war is old hat, and it's like, it's so funny because they talk about Iron Blood Orphans as better than UC Gundam, and then immediately shit on Iron Blood Orphans to push Witch from Mercury. And it's like, they're just Witch from Mercury is perfectly mid. It is a perfect.
I am sure it is fine.
It is one of the Gundams. What is one of the Gundam animes of all time. But
I'm sure it is fine. It's just the community that annoys me to no end.
It is
like the really outspoken ones.
Yeah, like swear to God, you can't so much as criticize it a little bit without getting the wrath of a 1,000 lifelong Gundam fans who don't know what the RX-78-2 is, jumping down your throat, calling you a right-wing chud Nazi because you said Witch from Mercury wasn't the best thing ever.
Like, as I mentioned, sometimes I go out of my way to look up the art between the two main characters. I go out of my fucking way to see those two doing things I should not be saying on Twitch. But
lesbians.
It's not that lesbians. It's not that big a deal though. At the end, they didn't get together. Who cares? It's whatever. You have Twitter artists who will give you your fill of what you want. It's so strange that there's all these people getting so fucking mad that they didn't fucking kiss. You know, it's not that big a deal. And this also leads into my next point, which you brought up before as well, Bo. Witch from Mercury didn't do the whole gay thing first. It really didn't.
Okay. History lesson time. So, G-Witch was fronted by a lot of Western... It was entirely Western media, right? Like Western anime media and stuff. The first female Gundam pilot in Zeon Mercury, which is not true. Former Amasa would be kind of upset if you said Zeon Mercury was the first female Gundam pilot. Actually, no, not former Amasa. Sayla Mass got in the Gundam at one point. She didn't do too well in it. This was before.
Well, she tried.
Yeah, this was before her character development, where she became a competent soldier. But she got in the Gundam in 0079. But let's just ignore Sayla Mass, former Asama, and other women who had piloted Gundams. If we're going timeline-wise, by the way, who was the redhead from...
The Gundam Alex, too! Like, come on!
Yeah, Gundam... Chris from 0080. The redhead from 8th MS Team in a Gundam ground type. Like, Soletta ain't even close to first. Calling Zeon Mercury the first female Gundam pilot ever is like that picture of the dude who's like, he gets the medal, he kisses the girl, he pops the champagne, and then he's like 26 down the rung. You know that one? It's literally that.
Emo spec, we're talking about things in the Gundam community that pisses off. That's the stream. That's literally it.
Yep. And
right now we're talking about weirdos, modern Gundam weirdos who've only seen like G-Witch or something.
Yep. But it gets worse than that. Trying to claim all these progressive firsts for Witch from Mercury. Now I'm gonna preface this because we're getting into LGBT stuff here. I'm gonna preface this. Having gay characters just exist is not woke, and I say this as somebody who hates woke shit. Gundam is not a woke franchise and never was, and still isn't. But gay characters just existing is not woke.
And they've existed for a while in Gundam.
Yeah, like if you want to talk characters who were written to be gay but not openly said to be as such in Gundam. The blonde dark-skinned dude from Turn A would be the first.
He is like the literal first.
He would be the literal first. If we're so Zeon Mercury and her friend Mio. I'm gonna call her Mio for the sake of
just call her Mio. Yeah,
just call her Mio. Mio for the sake of not torturing myself trying to pronounce her name. They are not lesbians. Like we're talking for context. We're talking in the show itself. They never kiss. They never confess love. They never do anything that says they're lesbians. They never do anything over the course of the whole show that says they are anything more than two girls shoved into an incredibly awkward forced arranged marriage by corporate bullshit who get through 1000 Rogue Leader, thank you for the follow, welcome to Crusade. But yeah, there's nothing saying throughout the course of this show, they're nothing more than two teenage girls forced into an awkward, forced marriage contract by weird feudal corporate bullshit that then end the show having gone through all the bullshit over the course of the plot and ending it as just two really good friends. That is literally that is just what happens over the course of Witch from Mercury.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this is coming from somebody who regularly like goes and looks up like trans girl art of them to boinking, as it were.
Yeah,
like that is just what happens, and I accept it. That's literally what happens.
Yeah, the whole the Western discourse on them being lesbians was so toxic that Sunrise themselves stepped in to point out they're just friends. Now, in the Blu-ray, in the Blu-ray box set, there's an interview with the writer that says, "Oh, they're lesbians together. They're married." But here's the problem, and this is something I've talked about with, like, say, stuff involving
in our regular group chats, yeah.
Yeah, but also on stream about how canon works. And this is like, because this ties back into the female custodes thing, where they're like, they've always existed in a Twitter post. You can't make canon with a Twitter post. You can't make canon with an interview. Canon has to exist in the published work. Nothing in Witch from Mercury confirms that these two are lesbians or married.
What do you mean it's not canon that the wizards in Harry Potter don't fucking like zap their shit into another dimension or whatever the fuck?
Oh no, disappear and poop them. Disappear and poop them is totally canon in Harry Potter, guys. J.K. Rowling said so on Twitter. That one was a joke post, but I genuinely believe J.K. Rowling brain rotted an entire generation on how they think canon works, because you can't make, canon a social media post. Another excellent example was when the official Star Wars Twitter or something like that went into all the lore of the planet Exegol and how they built like the big death laser carrying Star Destroyer fleet from the Rise of Skywalker, and it started it with like, did you know? And they did this whole fucking spiel on all the lore of Exegol that was not present in the movie itself. And Elijah Wood responds to them with, "No, how could we have known?"
I'm not gonna lie, Matt. In the Charmer art does kind of go hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen,
I enjoy two men making out.
Listen, I unironically ship Char and Garma. Listen, Charmero is not a thing. That's just the op. Okay, that's just the op. But like, I unironically ship.
I enjoy hate fucking, mind you.
I unironically ship Char and Garma. That shit ain't canon. Garma was literally straight as an arrow. He had a fucking girlfriend in 0079. It's half the tragedy.
That he wanted to like marry, basically.
Yeah, that's half the tragedy of his fucking death. And Char was fucking head over heels for Lala. Those motherfuckers were not fucking. But it's still funny to crack the jokes as you're watching The Origin, you know?
Yeah. It's almost like they actually kind of leaned into it a few times.
Obviously, but that doesn't make Char and Garma gay together any more than it makes Soletta and Mio gay together. And my whole point of all this, in my criticism, this got a lot of the Gundam community, air quotes, to block me on Twitter when I was saying this. And my whole point was that it makes the writer a fucking coward. Like, nobody in the anime industry gives a shit about gay characters. It's not even Soletta and Mio.
Well, nowadays, yeah, apparently.
But even like going further back, like 2010s, the first confirmed on-screen homosexual couple in Mobile Suit Gundam history were Alejandro Corner and fucking Ribbons Allmark in 00. In the 00.
Fucking.
In the double, I cannot find. Okay, you can find the footage of this easily enough yourself by watching it. It's it's the 00 Gundam OVA, and what it is okay. It's like the thing.
It's a Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's like the thing where they recut the. It's like the thing where they recut the series into a movie. In the case of 00, they called it an OVA because it was made in the lead up to the Awakening of the Trailblazer movie finale of 00, and they didn't want to confuse people on the 00 Gundam movie, so they called it an OVA, right? But the point is that in the 00 Gundam OVA recut, there is a scene. I'm not making this up. It exists. I've seen it. Watch the OVAs if you want to confirm it. I'm going to go download them to confirm it myself after this stream. But
I found the still even a while ago.
Like there is a scene. It's Alejandro Corner. He's the fucking he's like the fucking rich evil dude who's trying to take control of the plan in 00, and he's got this green-haired femboy twink serving on him hand and foot named Ribbon Zalmark throughout the series. In the OVA recut, there's this scene with Alejandro Corner. He's standing at a window talking about his evil plans. He is in nothing but boxers, right? It might not have even been boxers. It might have been just a towel, okay? And walking up behind him is Ribbon Zalmark, wearing nothing but the skimpiest, midriff-bearing tank top you could imagine. A towel, a towel draped around his neck, and he's got, the smallest pair of panties on, just barely covering him up, right? And he walks up to Alejandro Corner. He gives him a fucking like a drink, like a scotch, and they're getting all affectionate with each other. These motherfuckers just fucked. It is the most obvious thing in the world. These two just fucked. Okay? And then you have Witch from Mercury coming on, where the writer was a fucking coward and couldn't even write the characters as actual lesbians on screen just to do a fucking, they were always lesbians through the whole thing in a fucking interview after the fact.
They took it away from me. They took away the scene of them making out.
And they're all saying, Soletta Mercury was the first gay character in Gundam. Oh my god, you got characters characters like the guy from Turn A, who was written to be gay, but it wasn't written explicitly, much like...
Apparently, though, he was controversial within, the staff, from what I recall, from what I'm reading on it.
Yeah, because that was, late 90s. Late 90s.
Apparently when John Mr. Tomino was writing that guy, people were threatening to fucking leave because, no, we don't want to do that. What?
Yeah, and then you've got I'm not making this up. Dude's first name is Brick. Okay, he's the bodyguard of one of the female characters in Mobile Suit Gundam Narrative. It's the movie follow up to Unicorn, and he just straight up says to the main character, "No, I'm fucking gay." That's
not exact quote, but
Yeah, he literally says, I was hired as her bodyguard because I'm gay and would never want to touch her. Basically, he basically says that. So Soletta ain't even first in as the first gay Gundam character, but she gets all the credit as being that. And
there's also a gay character in Iron Blooded Orphans, by the way.
All right, yeah, that one guy who's hot for the other guy, and then the other guy dies horribly. As you do in Gundam.
As you do. That's literally your life.
Yep. Literally just about everyone Uso Ewan ever cared about. 6 feet in the ground. People try to point the ring one on one of the characters in the ending, but it still feels like Cope and still not willing to commit to it. Yeah, and that's my problem. It's people are like, oh, you just hate the idea of a gay woman in a Gundam anime. No, I want the writer to commit. I want the writer to fucking commit and just fucking do it. They could do that shit in Revolutionary Girl Utena years ago. They can do it in Gundam. But the writer didn't commit, so it's not canon. And it's it just weirds me out seeing actual gay characters getting thrown under the bus like this. Like, I don't know, how do you, like, do you feel that way, Millie? Like, throwing other gay characters? Like, if you go on the Gundam fandom wiki, they say, oh, it's implied that Alejandro and Ribbons were having...
I can look that up right now, because I remember we talked about it before where they wrote, oh, it's implied.
Yeah, no, but trust me when I say the way that scene plays out, it is so fucking obvious that Ribbons just hilted Alejandro's beam saber.
I found it. And we're basically right. It says relationships, Ribbons, Allmark, it says whatever, the spiel. One scene in the special edition hints at a sexual relationship also.
No, that shit ain't hinting at nothing. That shit is broadcasting it from the fucking top of the bleachers, okay? Like...
Oh, hey, gotcha. You already pointed out one of my other jokes when it comes to Gundam series.
Oh, don't be a parent, yeah. Not only don't be a parent, don't be even, like...
An older, family figure, basically, in general.
Yeah, don't be a parent, a brother, brother, sister, fucking adoptive sibling or parent, fucking... Figurative parental or older sibling figure. Just don't. Trust me. Lock-on Stratos knows. I just traumatized Millie with that one, by the way.
That scene will forever hurt me and the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because as you know, Bo, I was basically dick riding Lock on the entire fucking season 1.
Yeah. I'm gonna point out there. Okay. Do you think Tieria Erd felt anything more for Lock-On than just friendship?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person, because I'm gonna say yes, of course, 100% yes. He wanted to swap fucking saliva.
I'm gonna say I believe that too. Like, and as somebody who just generally does not ship seriously, like, because I think actually shipping seriously is kind of cringe. I actually think there at least on Tieria's end, he felt something.
I think Lock-On being genuinely nice to him and like
he didn't know how to process it.
Trying to like support him and like connect with him. I think yeah.
And I will reiterate, no spoilers for Double O season 2 because we're watching it right now on the Discord every Monday night. Millie does not know how it ends, so do not spoil Double O season 2. Just to be fair, Tieria was actually non-binary, but. Now, Tieria, okay, so I know we've met the innovators. We can at least talk about a couple of the innovators, but again, no spoilers. We're
on episode 10 for context.
Yeah, they are.
For season 2.
Yeah, we are on episode 10, season 2. But yeah, the innovators are definitely male and female. Like they're not like non-binary, like in a identity or even biological sense. There is something a little fucky that happened in the episode we just watched that might not make sense to Millie, who doesn't have the context. But unfortunately, I can't provide the context because that would be spoilers. But it does explain itself. I will say that much. You know the one I'm talking about. Like Tieria was just literally a woman at the party. Like that was not fake boobs. Tieria was just female all of a sudden.
There's got to be some good fucking trans girl fucking art of Tieria now. Goddamn.
I actually don't recall that much art of Rule 34 of Double O at all, really. But then again, I got this weird thing where if I really like characters, I'm less inclined to look up Rule 34 of them.
That's how I feel sometimes. Like, Haru Urara from fucking Uma Musume, I refuse to look up Rule 34 of her.
Yeah, it's kind of the reason why when Ash is unironically linking Godzilla porn to me, he knows it upsets me. Because Godzilla was literally one of my childhood heroes. And I don't want to see that shit. And it's even worse when he links me the AI generated imagery of like Godzilla cradling pregnant Superman. Like, go fuck yourself, Ash. Ash, if you're watching this, go fuck yourself.
Ash is a menace. Ever since Ash got access to that fucking frog picture, it has changed
Non-stop. But yeah.
non-stop.
But continuing on to the G-Witch thing, it's not only the fact that, people give G-Witch all these accolades for shit it didn't do. Like I said before, G-Witch is a perfectly mid Gundam anime, a perfectly mid and forgettable AU Gundam anime. There is nothing really wrong with it, but there's nothing really great about it. That's my opinion. But at the same time, it did not do all these firsts. It did not get the first female Gundam pilot. It didn't get the first LGBT characters in Gundam. It didn't get any of that. Other Gundams got that years ago. God forbid.
It's just conveniently forgotten about.
Well, God forbid you tell anybody who really liked G-Witch that. Because the G... And we're also tangenting into the next point, but the G-Witch fandom and to a lesser extent the Iron Blood Orphans fandom. The IBO fandom was kind of the tourist trap before G-Witch, because that was where a lot of the UC is old and busted thing started happening. We don't need UC Gundam anymore. And it really took off with G-Witch. That's where you get a lot of the AU purists. When people say AU purists, it's really mostly just G-Witch and about half the Iron Blood Orphan stands out there, But then there's Mobile Suit Gundam G-Cux. Oh boy, the controversy that caused when episode 6, I think it was episode 6, happened. Now, Millie, I'm going to have to ask something of you. Yes. Do I have permission to spoil G-Cux for the sake of the discussion?
Yeah, go ahead. I am aware of certain things. I'm aware that Giran and Cassilia do not escape their end fates, as it were.
Listen. We all know what actually happened, guys. We all know. In this case, in G-Cux, what happened with Giran Zabi. Just one sec, everyone. I just need to find something.
It's gonna be the Four Loco image. I feel like it's gonna be the Four Loco image.
No. We all know what happened to Giran Zabi, and that was. Give me one moment. I'm a little distracted. If you could quote. Never mind. I found it. We all know what happened to our good friend Giran Zabi. He. Oh shit! I just. Fucking hell. Alright, hold on. I just moved a bunch of shit on my fucking, I'll have to put that back in position later. Yeah, he flew too close to the sun.
Chunka called it with the grimace shake.
Yeah, exactly, Adam Fire. He drank the grimace shake and died of ligma.
There's a funny one that I personally like, where it's him with Four Loco Gold, and I like that one because I drink Four Loco Gold.
Are you putting it in the Discord?
I can find it. Hold on, it was gonna take a bit though.
Yeah, nah, Giran heard you could drink a Four Loco, respec everything into strength, and he tried it, and he had a stroke and died.
God, but yes, G-Quacks.
You like the meme where it's the Tamiya plastic cement that killed him? Oh my god, do not breathe that shit, man. Do not keep the cap off for long. Be in a well-ventilated area. You do not want to suffer that brain damage. But, so, right. Mobile Suit Gundam G-Cux, or G-Quacks. There's a lot of different pronunciations. I say G-Cux because it's funny. I liked it. It was a good anime. A little short, 12 episodes. It was good. But basically what's wrong with it, well, not what's wrong with it, but what's wrong with the discussion about it on Twitter is the fact that the two main characters, Machu and Neon, are two girls. And when it was first advertised, there was this huge assumption that they were going to be lesbians. They were going to be a lesbian couple.
I was actually hoping for that too. I thought they would learn from the mistake of G-Witch and actually commit for once.
Well, what ends up happening is Neon becomes Machu's rival.
The rival, yeah.
Becomes the rival. They are rivals for the affection of a boy named Suchi. Suchi?
Shuji or something like
Suji. Yeah, Suji. Yeah, they're rivals for the affection of a boy named Suji. And their rivalry gets so intense, they become each other's op. And they fight each other in the final battle over it. Like, yeah, so when that happened, when the final torpedo hit the Machu Neon ship in episode 6, all the people who glazed the shit out of G-Witch turned on G-Cucks, said it's bad, it's a bad anime, it's just nostalgia.
It's just UC pandering. Yeah, that's when I saw a lot.
It's just UC pandering because UC sucks and just panders. And, you know, it's a bad anime, the story sucks, blah, blah, blah. It flopped, no one liked it, no one talks about it anymore, blah, blah, blah. It became this incredibly toxic online environment of just shitting on G-Cucks. For no other reason than the fact that the two female leads were not gay. Like, confirmed straight, you know?
God, I wish they were, though.
And I get it, like I get it, but all the same, it's like, and then the funny thing, the funniest part, like legitimately the funniest part, was when the data was released by Bandai Namco, and G-Cucks did better and sold more kits than G-Witch. Like, I don't care if you like G-Witch. I don't care if you hate G-Cucks. You're allowed to. I
don't care which Gundam you're into, as long as it's not Wing.
If you make stupid criticisms of something, like the people who call G-Witch woke are fucking stupid. I'll say that right. It's not fucking woke. G-Witch isn't woke. Shut the fuck up, okay? But if you say shit like, G-Cucks was just UC pandering and it didn't have a plot, I'm just gonna be like, you also shut the fuck up, okay? I'll criticize you for your shitty criticisms, but you're allowed to like and dislike whatever you want.
Also, by the way, didn't G-Quacks actually set a did like a first with Machu just having no fucking kill count?
Yeah, no, it's funny. All the fucking, you know,
violence memes.
All the Machu violence memes when fucking, you know, Machu has all the memes of like violence this, violence that. Meanwhile,
kill.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, fucking Nyan over here
has the bigger kill count by like 5 bajillion.
Yeah, like okay. Unironically, Nyan's kill count is in the hundreds of thousands. She outkills Uso Erwin. I'm not making that up. Like over here, like just like this, like just. Fucking, yeah. Like, okay, uber spoilers for G-Cucks. She blows up a Bawakyu. She blows it up with all hands on board. Including the fleet guarding it. Like, hundreds of thousands of people die at her hands. Machu was the one memed on as the violent one, because she just hops into the G-Cucks to, like, just to fight.
That one's stronger!
Yeah. Yeah, so she was memed as the violent one, but it's Neon who does all the war crimes and actually gets the kills. With basically a wormhole. Yeah, like there's some when I say G-Cucks is Gundam Man in the High Castle, that includes the alternate universe time jumping shenanigans as well. It's also funny too because it's technically not still an AU. It's not like because the main timeline it branches off from is implied to not be the actual original 0079 timeline either. Because it's implied that Suji was the one piloting the RX-78-2 in that timeline. By the way, Millie, because we're just going full spoilers now, did you see the image of apparently the alt timeline where Char piloted Zuda?
I need to see this now.
I knew you'd say that. Give me a moment to look this up. Give me a moment to look this up, everyone. Hold on.
I've been seeing a lot of images of like alternate timeline Char like piloting like really ridiculous mobile suits. There's like one. There's like he's just in a cardboard box.
Yeah. So the whole thing.
Oh wait, I think I've seen this one. Lala's like fucking horrified, and the Zuda's like blowing up, and Char's saluting. Is that it?
Yeah. No, it's not that. Okay. This is the image. So, okay. Are you ready for apocalyptic level spoilers?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. The whole thing is that in the timeline G-Cux breaks off. I mean, this is alternate universe shenanigans. Lala doesn't.
Oh wait, no, the one I was talking about was an art piece.
Yeah, Lala doesn't die in this one. Char dies instead. He takes the beam saber for Lala, and she is so horrified by this. Her new type powers go into overload, and she breaks the universe. So what keeps happening from that point on, she keeps trying to create universes where Char doesn't die. And every time she fails. G-Cux is the first universe where Char didn't die. And during this sequence where you're having this revealed to you, we are shown this image. This is all the different Chars.
The Zuda. And we all know what happens to the Zuda.
And down there below, fucking, you know, what? Okay, what is that? Not Big Zam, not Red Comet Big Zam. Is that the big Rang from fucking Igloo?
Wait, which one?
It's to the just a little bit to the upper left of the Red Comet Zada. That looks like the kind of like the big Rang from to me anyway from MS Igloo.
I see a Goop, I see a Zuda, I see the them, I see a what is that, a Goog? And then what is that one on the very top there?
Okay, I don't know what the one on the top is, honestly. That's not a design I recognize. But yeah, it's like the one on the top I don't recognize. It's a Goog, then it's the Big Zam, and then it's the one between Big Zam and the Zada toward the bottom. Like bottom middle toward the left. I'll zoom into it. Hold on. There. To the like it's between Big Zam and the Zada. That one. Which one is that?
Oh, that. Huh.
Because it reminds me of the big Rang from the end of
It reminds me of the Grublow. That thing.
Hold on. Look.
It's bow.
It's a bow. The bow. Okay.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I'm just that's just so fucking funny to me though that she wanted Char to live so bad she put him in a Zada. Like, does she know? I mean,
she does not know.
I mean, she didn't have an excuse. The Zada was not a phantom fighter. Was this a Zabi made by one of the big guys who made the Armored Core mechs? While Millie's looking up the bow, I want to know what this thing is. I don't think we ever get context as to what it is, but it looks cool, like that one at the top. But yeah, it's like, but yeah, okay, but anyway, we've gone way off track. But yeah, the point is that it's like everyone was shitting on G-Cux just because the main characters weren't lesbians. When it was literally more popular than G-Witch. And it's like, it's this kind of like, so, it's like this completely defiant L that they take about it. That is just completely insufferable. Like, it's like, yeah, like, how in denial do you have to be, you know, where the point you're denying something is successful just because it goes against your narrative, you know?
I'm like looking stuff up right now.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's like, I just think, like, I don't know. Like, I just think the Gundam community needs to get over G-Witch. They need to get over it. Like, it's perfectly mid. It is a perfectly mid gun. It is one of the Gundams of all time. Perfectly mid, perfectly forgettable. You don't need to treat it like it's the best thing that ever happened to Gundam. Because it wasn't. It doesn't have to be. You can still like it. I like it. Look, if my scrub ass can be here liking G Savior unironically, you a Gundam entry that the community at large reviles, you can like G Witch and admit that it's mid. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just still too optimistic and expect too much of a online community. But then again, I have all my experience with the Warhammer community, so I really should have been braced for this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't want to go into like the Warhammer community bullshit on both sides. Don't get me wrong, on both sides. The right-wing side of the Warhammer community is not immune. Funnily enough, though, all the people who you're talking about, people who justify the Titans, I've mainly met them on the left side, because it's like they don't want to admit that, you know, someone could be worse than Zeon. Like, that's really what that boils down to. You always
Okay, I found out what that thingy to the left of the dam was.
Oh.
Like proper. Go back to it.
Oh yeah, hold on. Scroll down. That one.
As when the stream updates. Yeah, that little dude right there with the little clawy arms, right?
Uh-huh.
That is a big row.
Big row. Okay.
Big row. It is a mobile armor.
Yeah. I knew it was a mobile armor. I just didn't know which one.
It is just a big row.
Yeah, I've never heard of Big Row. I know there's Big Zam, Big Rang. I never heard of Big Row. But yeah, you see where I'm coming from with all this, right, Millie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's weird to put a series on some kind of altar versus like just being objective about it. It's like and you know, it's like the people who like try to put like alternatively putting something in the dumpster just because you don't like it. Talking to the people who like who hate Unicorn Gundam right now for some reason. Like,
I mean, a lot of people have historically disliked the Unicorn Gundam. I'm gonna real with you. That argument would never end.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it's mostly Western fans too. Unicorn is really well liked in Japan, but over in the West, a lot of people, again on both sides in this case, are just like Unicorn sucks. I'm like, why? And I've asked them like, why does it suck? You know what they told me? It's just hype moments and aura. Like, can we ban that? Can we ban that argument? It's just hype moments and aura. Like,
that's base though.
Like, yeah, but look. I get like that, like, say, solo leveling is just hype moments and aura, but if you're gonna criticize it, like, have like an actual critique set up instead of it's just hype moments and aura. That's not a critique. That doesn't answer anything. I have yet to get an explanation from anyone who hates Gundam Unicorn why Unicorn is bad.
Red Hay is a prime example of what cucking does to a man.
Oh, what? Oh, I mean, get into an incredibly high tech psycho-frame mobile suit and kill Best Girl.
Yeah,
I still think he redeemed himself.
I still think the memes revolving around him getting cucked are still really funny though.
The man who was cucked to death. Is there a version of that for Ride? I'm looking that up.
I think there is a version of like man gets cucked. Hold on, Ride cuck. Okay, I didn't find a cuck one, but I found a Rage of the Virgin.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that one. I've seen this one. I've seen. Hold on, let me. Oh, it's fucking.
And then there's a cuck one right here.
It's fucking Reddit. Of course, it's Reddit. Hold on. Let me look this up, or let me post this. All right, hold on. Okay.
This one you're gonna like, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do this one. Wait, that's not it. That's the chat. Fuck. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Like, check this one. Glemmy Toto. Blonde. Sea level char clone. Simps for the main character's girl. Makes Pruder's life difficult. Rydia Marcenas. Blonde.
Marcenas.
Oh, yeah. Marcenas. Blonde. Sea level char clone. Simps for the MC's girl. Makes Pruder's life difficult.
Anyways, look at the ones I sent you.
Okay, let's see this. Oh, I seen this one. Rage of the Virgin.
Kill 6 because girls ignore me.
Oh, and I don't know if I can show this one.
Okay, the second one, yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, I can't show that one. But it's some what do you call it?
The last one might be too bad too.
Or the last one? No. I meant the that's what I meant. The last.
The first time.
I can show this one. But yeah, no, the last one I can't show because it literally shows naked people on it. But it's the main. I think it's the main character from Moon Gundam having a new type moment with what do you call it? Fuck. Why am I blanking on her name right now? Millie, help. Dozel's daughter, who was totally not important later on.
Minerva Zabi.
Right, Minerva Zabi. He's having a new type moment with Minerva Zabi, and it's like, if I draw this, if I'm drawn to this distant girl whom he had never met before, and it just shows the new type destroy activation thing, but it says NTR on it instead. Poor Ride. He's still the man who was cucked into insanity. He's still a better man than Glemmy by far.
No one likes Glemmy.
Listen. At the end of Double Zeta Gundam, Glemmy Toto did for UC Gundam the best thing he ever did. He fucking died. Never ask a Titans fanboy which colony his girlfriend is from. Real. Himmel also preceded G Savior. Yeah, no. I mentioned Himmel earlier in the stream as like somebody who's like new to Gundam, but very clearly not a tourist, just because of how much they've analyzed and understood Gundam. And I pointed out how, G Savior. I actually got retweeted by Himmel when I quote tweeted him and said, Himmel actually, gets G Savior. It's like, it's not like excellent, but it's not good, but it's not good, but it's fun. And Himmel.
What do you mean? It's fucking Peem.
You know what I mean by it. It's not good. It's not like this blockbuster fucking, epic work upon the annals of human history. But it's a fun movie. It's just a fun movie, which is all it needed to be, And Himmel got that, and I really respect the hell out of that guy. Dove into Gundam as a complete newbie from the position of somebody who just saw a hot girl he liked in G-Cucks and wanted to know more about the setting she came from. And now here we are. Himmel did all of this for his love of MILFs. Yes, exactly. All those,
Honestly, a good reason.
all those MILFs. Rest in peace, those MILFs. Yeah, you are not immune. If you are a parental figure, you are not immune to the sword of Damocles in Gundam, even if you're a MILF.
Hey, I need to bring up a picture real quick. Now that we're talking about MILFs.
All right. Oh, I think I know what's coming.
Here you go.
Yes, because listen. Next time a tourist tries to tell you what Mobile Suit Gundam is about, you remember the true meaning of what Mobile Suit Gundam is about. And that, my friends, is beware those space cougars on God.
Society.
Exactly.
I think this is a good one to like not honestly.
Yeah, this is probably this is probably the best place to cash out on this.
This is the true meaning of Gundam. Beware those space cougars on God and also society.
Because remember, those space cougars will just they'll have a boyfriend, they'll meet some hotshot child soldier pilot, hit on him a little bit, cuck their boyfriend, who will then start a war.
We did not really talk about Seed because we don't know really anything about Seed.
Yeah, but unless you're Iron Mask, then your wife will leave you for a manlet.
Beware those space cougars on society part that gets me the most.
I noticed this is an edited version. It includes the one lady from Witch from Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, you know what? We're going to close out this stream on that note. Thank you all for watching, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow at noon. I'll be playing Star Sector. So, yeah, be afraid of that. I'll catch you all then. Millie, I'd like to thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, and remember, this is an actual quote from Gundam 0079.
I just dropped a colony on Garma's bussy.
Yeah, Char actually said that. Can you believe it?
He said that. He really said that.
What a fucking mad lad. All right. Yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Catch you tomorrow at noon Eastern time. Take care. And again, Millie, thank you for coming. I'll catch y'all later.
Of course.
Bye, everyone.